Hi, Kobe.
Hi, ek's te bang om my gesig te wys na gister se faux pas.
Ag, asseblief. Nie worry nie. Sit asseblief jou kamera aan.
Jy skaam.
Jy moenie skaam wees nie, glad nie.
Nee, ek weet nie hoe doen jy die trial and error ding nie, want ja, ek sal nie die geduld hê met stupid mense soos ek self nie. Ek sal sê, dankie vir jou geld voetsak.
No, it's all good. It's a new ek gaan maar net Engels praat. It's a new system. So I mean, it was actually good that it happened with you as well, because who was it that Renelle bought on Saturday, and there was a problem. So yeah, so the thing is, that's one of the reasons why we are opening it up only to our lab and funnel students, because at the moment, just because that's what happens in the beginning. There are things. I was just saying to the ladies in funnels, we double tested everything on Friday, made 2 separate sales, one here at our house, my computer, one at my brother's house, his computer, to make sure that it's all working. And then Saturday it didn't work. So, you know, these things happen. So no, I wasn't surprised, but I can see on my system, I could see that that you've been given access to both the template and the course, and I could see that the emails, like in system, it shows you exactly what the person has got. And then I went to Paystack and I could see that you've paid for both. It was all good. So I knew that it would, sometimes it just takes time. I know in our testing things that we've been doing, sometimes it's taken like 12 minutes to 15 minutes before an email would come through.
Well, I got the second receipt at 8 o'clock last night. So it's also perhaps because I'm so remote in the middle of nowhere.
Okay.
Plus, there was the Microsoft, I don't know, drama.
Yeah.
It affected everything else except my ability to work. Like to work for my employer. But yeah, it was good to have the experience, to also see from, almost want to say, the customer's end, what it looks like.
Yeah.
So, but okay, I've shown my face now.
No, I didn't look. I worried, like with Runel, I worried because with Runel there was a problem. So then I worried because it was like, why is this thing not working?
I was worried that I got stuff that I didn't pay for. I was just being too honest. I should just have kept quiet.
No, you didn't. I can see all that stuff. So even
yes, I saw last night when I logged in.
Even when people think that they're getting it, like with Runel, I knew straight away there was an issue. So we could sort that out. But with yours, it was fine. So all good.
Thanks.
Yeah, welcome everybody. Has anybody got any questions?
Did you want to ask for feedback for that?
Renelle.
No, I don't have the time to look at that web thing yet.
That's
fine.
okay.
Now, when you get time, just give us, and same with Kobe, if you wouldn't mind just giving us feedback, good, bad, and ugly. We've got thick skins. The whole idea is to improve on it. If you know there's something missing or there's some gaps or whatever the case may be, yeah, so feel free to be critical. It's not a problem.
I'm going to be honest with you. I'm going to do that before I finalize the rest of the course. I see Renelle nodding as well. I don't know why. Maybe it's just a generational thing that a website feels like the start.
Yeah, I think
the gun goes off. I don't know. Maybe it's a mental thing for older people like me, but credibility wise and everything else, I just think it's like the first thing that attracted me to your program was your website.
Yeah.
You know, I saw the post on LinkedIn, but my instinct was to go check, is there a legitimate website? What does it look like? And then went back to Facebook to procure the lab course, you know, or the initial boot camp.
Yeah.
So yeah, I don't know. I think I will be more inclined, I think, to do that and get it done quickly and then build from there.
The whole framework, if you go through the training, you try to make it as simple as possible. If you understand the principle behind it all and how it fits together, remember your website's just one marketing arm of your 10 or 15 arms you're going to have. But if you can understand the principle behind the website and why it's so effective, you just duplicate that across everything that you do in your social media posts, in your emails, because you'll see as we go through there how it's been set out in sections and why certain things are in certain places. Because ultimately with that website, you're trying to do two things. So most websites don't work, as we know, because nothing against developers, but quite often they more into the aesthetics and make it look good and functional per se. Whereas this framework specifically developed by marketers for marketers, because we need to eat. It would be easy for me to say, I'm going to do your website and charge you 10,000 Rand. And whether it works or not, it doesn't really matter. I've been paid. Whereas for me making sales, I've got to make sure my website generates two things for me. One is a sale. And because you understand that not everybody in the buying cycle is ready to buy at a particular time, it's difficult enough to get them to your website. Now, when they've been on your website, you want something out of that transaction. And if they're not going to be buying today, and there's a 97, 98, 99% chance they're not going to be buying today, they're just not ready, you want something out of that, and that's how you're going to start building your audience. So those are the two key elements behind the thing, so that over time you're going to nurture them so that then they are ready to buy at some stage. But once they've gone, they've gone. You know yourself, when you are scrolling and you get to somebody's feed and it's boring or it's not for you, it's very rare that you go back again to go and check them out again. It's like going to a bad restaurant. You don't often go and give a restaurant a second or a third chance. You go once and you say, bugger it, I know the guy down the road is consistent and wholesome and value for money, blah, blah, blah. Same with the website, because we're getting bombarded and cluttered. We've got choices. I mean, if I needed a teacher to teach my kids, I don't have to go to Renell. You know what I'm saying? I've got so many choices these days, and the same with people with their attention span. So if you've got them for those few seconds, you've got to have the ability to capture something from them.
And just to add to that, both of you have got the template. With the template, once you've actually gone through Stephen's training, that's what I would suggest, is first go through it so that you understand the principle behind it. And then when you get to the templates, you're actually going to find that if you've been doing the work in the lab and funnels, and you know your ICA, and you've completed that ICA planner, I still think that is the most critical planner in everything that we do, because everything is going to always go back to that. And you've got that planner with you, you can actually set up that website, I'm not lying, within an hour or two. Because now it's just a question of changing the colors and your fonts and stuff so that it's around your branding, and the words that are going to go in there, you're going to be grabbing from your ideal customer worksheet, because it's basically going to come down to all the stuff that we're always telling you is the same kind of information that's going to end up being there. So yeah, but we would love to get your feedback. And seriously, like Stephen said, if there's any gaps or there's anything, please let us know, because, we do things and sometimes you do something without even realizing you're doing it. And we might even have left it out. So please let us know if you find that there's a gap or anything like that that we haven't covered, so that we can just make sure that everything is in there. But awesome. Has anyone got any questions?
No questions, but just a comment.
Sure.
Like on that, like creating this course. So I'm running the beta course, and that's it works out to 6 weeks.
Okay.
It's draining. Like it takes so much energy to get everything up and running. It's like, and I have so many ideas in my head. It's like, just write it down. I can't do it now. I didn't realize it would take that much. Like I thought, okay, you just go with the flow and like, no.
But the beauty is, once it's set up,
Done. Yeah.
the hard work, it's a bit like us now with this system. I mean, I think we've created 52 funnels in the last 10 days or whatever the case may be. And we're sitting here at the desk for 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 hours a day, and you get up and your hips are whatever. And Maren keeps on saying, yeah, but remember, when it's done, it's done. Then it's all about just refining and fine tuning and getting feedback
Yeah.
from the audience and adding and subtracting. The hard work is creating the thing.
Yeah, that's what I keep telling myself. Like once I'm done with this, I'm gonna treat myself on something and then start like refining and putting it in the actual course.
And you know what the beauty is, especially now, because I mean, like Stephen says, we are putting in massive hours at the moment trying to get things up and running. But once the products are done, once the funnels are done, once we've created everything, and yes, it's going to take us probably still a couple of months to get where we want. After that, it's just social media. All we then have to do, social media and emailing, because through social media, I'm going to capture the audience, going to drive them to my lead magnet, and I'm going to be selling to them through my emails.
Mm-hmm.
And that's just, so once you understand that this is the hard work, what we're going through now is the hard work, creating the courses, the products, getting the funnels ready, getting the email nurtures set up. Like this is hard work. But once you've got it up and running, basically all that you then have to do after that is being consistent on social media, putting out content, putting out stuff that talks to your ideal customer, getting them to join your lead magnet so that you can get the email, and selling
Making
to
sales.
them, making sales through sending out regular emails.
Mm-hmm. There was one question though. The course I'm creating now is in English. I started, the first one was Afrikaans, but no one showed up, blah, blah. Should I do this one right away in Afrikaans? Like don't test run it with someone, or with a few people, just do it the same, because it's the same kind of principles that you would follow. It's just then Afrikaans, right?
So you know what I would do is do the one in English, get it done, get it refined, get it ready, and have it up and running. And then do another promotion or run something where you get, if you get sales from the Afrikaans one, then say to them, okay, we're starting in a week. So let's say, what is today? Tuesday. Then you say to them, okay, so are you doing like one call a week, or is it one module a week?
Yeah.
Or how are you working?
One
Okay.
call a week.
All right. So that's exactly what I did originally. So what I would do then is, if I have my, if I put out for your Afrikaans one, do a free workshop or do a free webinar, whatever you're going to do to get people in, and they come in today, and then you open your, so let's say you've got your cart open, you say, right, we're closing the doors on Sunday. Then I would also, in that welcome email, I'll say, we're all going to start off and kick off on not this coming Monday, the following Monday. So you're giving yourself a whole week. So if my doors are closing on Sunday, which is roughly the 28th, I think it's the 1st is the Friday, 2nd, 3rd. On the 4th of August, we are all, in my welcome email, I would make it very clear. We are going to kick off as a group on the 4th of August. We will be walking through 6 weeks of this. Week 1, we're going to be doing this too, so you can even put it out so that they know each week, this is what we're going to do. Then what it does is, and the minute you make your first sale, you know you're going to do it. So if you are doing your workshop today and you get your first sale today, you know you can start working on that Afrikaans workshop, the Afrikaans course. And all you have to do is get week 1 done. Because while they're doing week 1, you're busy creating week 2. When they're doing week 2, you're busy creating week 3. So that's what I did. Like I was 2 weeks ahead. So I always, just for in case something happened, I made sure. So when I launched I did my free workshop, and I got 6 sales. And then I said to them, okay, I think I gave myself like 10 days, like whatever it was, I gave myself enough. And I said, we're all starting on that Monday. And in that first 10 days that I had, I created the first 2 modules, because then I knew, okay, there's a 2-week buffer the whole time between where they are and what I'm doing. And especially with you'll probably find that within a week, you'd be able to do everything because you've already done it in English. So now it's just a question of changing it to Afrikaans. So you'd probably find that you could do the 6-week worth of work in 1 week. But I wouldn't spend time on creating the Afrikaans one if you haven't made a sale.
Okay.
And even if
Makes
someone
sense.
randomly asks you and say, have you got this in Afrikaans? And if you say, are you interested? And they said yes, then you say, okay, awesome. Here's the link, buy it. It will be available for you, and you give yourself a week's time. It'll be available as of whatever. You know what I'm saying? Because you release it, and system, you can do this. You can release it week by week so that they don't get access like all in one. So if you say to them, okay, you're only going to get access and give yourself a week to do it, access on this day, then all you have to get finished is module 1. Because it's going to be a whole week before they can then open module 2. And you can set it out in system.io that it does it like that.
Okay.
All right.
Keep that in mind. Yeah. Thank you.
Any other questions? Mercy, how are you doing? I've just replied to you on your post.
I didn't see it.
I literally did it now between my 2 calls.
Oh, okay. Okay, no, that's fine. Okay, so I haven't seen your response. Yeah, I've been so I took a break. I went on leave for like 2 weeks.
Nice.
And then when I came back, work was waiting for me. I'm also studying. And so all that stuff was waiting for me. So I've been a little bit behind. But the more I'm doing the content, the more I'm realizing that I would like to do this as a face-to-face, Zoom workshop first. Maybe it might evolve into a course later, but I want to do that first. And also the feedback that I got was, it seemed people leaned towards let's get the tools, and then perhaps then after the workshop, then I can include some support one-on-one, maybe as an extra for those who would like, or include it in that package. I haven't made up my mind on that as yet. So where I was kind of tripping over myself was, should I finish KYCC? Or like you suggested, I think you said finish module 3 or 2, and then go to the launch your workshop. So yeah, I don't know why I was getting myself confused.
Okay, Mercy, can I ask you this? Have you got your content ready for the free workshop and a paid workshop? Like, do you know what you're going to talk about in those workshops? Okay.
Yeah.
So if you've got that, then what I would suggest, and you can go back and look at the email, the reply I just gave you there in the Facebook group. But I literally said to you, decide on your date for your free workshop, then set up the registration page for people to register. And I've given you the link for system. Go and do it on there. It is so much easier than anything else. I reckon it's even easier than MailChimp, to be honest. And just go and get your registration page, which will be the lead generation funnel. If you go to funnel, I'm hoping to get some more videos in. I'll talk about that now into the system, but just go. It's so intuitive. Like, you'll just go to funnels and you just go it gives you 4 options and you go for the lead generation one. And you set up a place where you can say, in this free workshop, you will be learning 3 bullet points, give the dates, the details when it's going to be, and give people the name and the option to put in their name and email address and register. Okay, that you want to do on that side. Then you want to make sure that you've set up your sales funnel, which again is you just go to funnels and then you just choose the sales option or the actual the paid workshop. So in the workshop, you're going to lead people to the paid workshop, if you want to do it that way, which I got the idea that's what you wanted to do. So then make sure that you set up that sales funnel for the paid workshop, so that when you're doing the free workshop, you can say, so if you want to come and join me on this workshop, this is how much it is, go through that whole thing, and there's the link so that they can then go and pay for it. So you've got those 2 things. Once you've got once you've set up those things, get the slides ready for your free workshop so that you have that. And then exactly what I said to Renelle now, wait until you get a sale. And then you start creating the slides and whatever you're going to do for your paid workshop. And then you tell people also, again, exactly what I said to Renelle. So if you are hosting your free workshop tonight, which is Tuesday, then you can tell them, okay, we're going to kick off on Monday night or next Wednesday with our first one-on-one, whatever, however you want to do it. But you give yourself a week, because in that week, you can create the first week's worth of content for your paid workshop. And then you're just always a week behind, so that you don't get so much, because I think a lot of you are trying to get ready, and you're scared to put yourself out there. So,
Yeah.
and that's why I hardly ever create anything unless I've made a sale and I know people have going to buy it, or like with the website thing, people have been asking us. They've been asking us for, but how do I set up a website? What should be in there? So unless I get, either people ask me or I have made a sale on something where people have given me money, I do not create anything because I don't want to waste my time spending hours on creating stuff and then no one buys it.
I think the other thing is this perfectionism thing. Remember, your first workshop's not going to be your final product. Because just like us putting out this website now and asking Ronelle and Quibby to come back to us, I might have to go back there and add another video or two. But it didn't stop me from putting out what we did, because there's enough
Launching it, yeah.
to get to a point. It's not the best product in the world. It's not the final product in the world. I just accept that.
I think it's pretty good.
No. What I'm just trying to say is something out there at 80 or 90% is better than kept in your drawer.
Nothing at all.
Yeah, exactly.
That's why even
Yeah.
a workshop can be a mini workshop. It doesn't have to be, you know, the full 5
Yeah.
steps. It could just be 1 step,
Yeah.
5 steps, and then you feel out the audience, and then you say, well, you know, in 2 weeks' time, I'm doing step 2. It's going to be maybe a paid workshop, you know, 200 Rand or 500 Rand or whatever the case may be. You don't have to do the.
And Mercy, if your paid workshop is not going to be an expensive workshop, okay, let's say it's under 1,000 Rand, then nothing stops you from the only slides that you have for your free workshop is the ones where you're talking about the paid workshop. Nothing,
Okay.
and this is again for everybody, nothing stops you from doing exactly what we're doing here now. So if I was, let's just say we were promoting this Websites That Sell, and let's just pretend it was a workshop. For us to sit here and just say, welcome, you know, this is what we want. So we know that one of the biggest issues for so many people is creating a website. So we decided that tonight we're just going to give you like 3 of the most important things that every website should use, and the reason why we need a website. Okay, so we kind of I use some of the pain points, like 3 pain points, on why, you know, what people are struggling with. I don't necessarily, you don't have to go and have slides to do this. If you've got your pain points on a piece of paper in front of you, and you know exactly what you're going to talk about, if you, which most of you are, when you're good at your content, if you know your subject well, then it's very easy for you to just naturally talk about it. One of the biggest reasons why I use slides is to prompt me to remember stuff. Because
Keep you on track.
I was going to say, because I tend to go, as you all know, I can talk forever on any subject when it comes to business. And what the slides do is it keeps me on track to stay talking only of the things that I need to talk about and not go off on a rabbit hunt here. So that's one of the biggest reasons why I use slides, is to keep me on track. But if you're not like me and you can just have like 3 points or 5 points on, you know, talking about the thing, and maybe also, you know, the frameworks around it. But remember, the free workshop is all the what and why we do things, but the how. So how are we going to do this? So how do you create this website? What do I need to put into this website? How does it all connect together? That's the how. That's what people pay for. Yeah. So if you remember, because I think sometimes we're scared that, oh, Stephen's always saying, you give away too much, you give away too much. I said, babe, I can give them as much as they want. If they don't know how to implement it, they can't do anything with it. And reality, you know, because Stephen says, yeah, but you tell them exactly what to do. I said, I know, but let them try and go and implement it all. It's not as easy as what it sounds. So that you've always got to remember is just that the how they have to do it is what they're going to pay you for. And then just be very clear on what it is that you offer. Okay, what is the paid workshop? What are they going to learn in it? By the end of it, they're going to go through those slides, go and have a look at end slides, if you don't want to use all the slides, definitely going to have a look at those end slides on how, you know, this is why you should be, this is what you're going to learn at the end of it, and then what's included. And then make sure you have a bonus or two. Doesn't have to be a lot of bonuses, but there's always good to have some or other bonus.
Yeah. Okay. Okay, great. So then with the websites, I have one for my counseling business, which is at the moment is a placeholder. I haven't done a lot of stuff on it. So I was wondering now, should I do a separate one for the courses and workshops? And not try and like have it land on the same website.
But your courses and your workshops is related to your counseling, isn't it?
Yeah, it is.
No, so I would have it all under the same umbrella.
hmm,
And on your website, you will then have where it says work with me. You'll have the options. So you can either do a one-on-one counseling session, you're going to have courses, you're going to have workshops, whatever it is that you offer. That's the different ways that you can work with it. Exactly like ours. If you want to create a digital product, you come to the lab. If you want to do lead generation, you go there. If you want social media, you go there. If you want to create a website, you go there. Like it's all different things, but it's all under the same umbrella. So your counseling is the umbrella, but you've got different ways that people can work with you, either one-on-one through counseling or through a course or through a workshop or whatever it might be. And you can even put on there for someone like you that can go out and talk to people. You can even have an option where you can be a speaker at events.
yeah.
If people want to reach out to you to be able to be a speaker, that can also be on your website there. So that's all the different ways that people can work with you.
All right, cool.
Awesome. Let us know when you can have it.
The first step is just set a date.
Yeah, that's number one that I've put for you on the reply on your post.
Because once
I think I need to do that. I just need to set a date.
when you set a date and
the-
make it public, then there's no backing.
Then you can't back
backing
out.
Then I'm bound to it. Okay, all right. Yeah, no, I'll do that.
It's amazing if you get done under pressure. Trust me, I do it all the time.
It's true. So what tends to happen with me a lot, actually, I've realized, is that I have a research background. And so in that area, I mean, you are supposed to dig and dig and dig and dig and dig. So yeah, I need to.
So you love procrastinating because you love the research part.
I too. Thank you so much.
No, it's all good. Any other questions, ladies? Yes, Rina.
Yeah, I'm just thinking as you were talking now that, so what I'm doing now is just running the beta course. There's no recording yet, only the recordings as I do it through Zoom. But then what I got from this now is actually to say, okay, I'm selling this course, even though I haven't recorded it, and then give myself that 1 week and then record it.
Yes.
In that 1 week. Okay, I see.
Yes, absolutely. I wouldn't do, I mean, if you, a worst case scenario, record one module the first week so that if that will make you feel better. But honestly, you don't want to spend hours and hours and hours of recording and creating slides and whatever it might be and putting planners and bonuses and whatever it is together, and then you don't sell it. Remember, that's why it's all about the test and measure and put it out there. And don't worry if it doesn't sell. Like, it's not a big deal. It's just that it might even just be your messaging that's off, where you didn't put out the right message that people could relate to, that's the problem you're going to solve, you know? That's what I'm saying. Like, don't worry too much about if no one pitches up. I mean, when we were in network marketing, oh my word, the amount of weekly things that we go and we plan everything and then no one pitches. I mean, it's just part of it. You just get on and you just do it again. You know, you just don't stop. And it's just a question of putting, if I ask people to come in because they need to create a website and no one comes, then I say, okay, you know what? Maybe that's not the right angle. Maybe I need to talk about how can you generate sales through your website? Maybe just changing that little bit of wording is like, oh, I don't know, you could generate sales through your website. Let me see. You know what I'm saying? Like,
Well, look, good examples on the previous call in funnels and webinars. The one woman said what irritates her about her current website is she's paying somebody a lot of money for every time you have to make changes in that. And I know that for a fact because in Oz,
we did it,
we're paying $200-300. So you're talking 3,000-4,000 Rand for stupid little changes like adding a promotion or a discount or prices, or not just that, there's the time delay. Send the email, somebody gets back to you, okay, it'll get done, and then 3 days later you get your price increase and your color change or product added or whatever. So if my messaging to that specific woman had been around, you need a website because of ABC, and she's just sitting there, oh, well, I've got a website. But if I said to her, you want to save yourself 2,000 Rand a month by doing it yourself, because now it's so intuitive and it's so easy, and the software, it's, just click and drag and paint by numbers, that would resonate with her. And she says, oh, hang on, let me have a look at this. I can save myself 2,000 Rand. But any other message may have just gone over her head. And so, so just the different angles every time to try and, because we all resonate with different things. I always speak about the weight loss. Some people want to losing weight through gut health. Others, it's through mental health first, or anxiety, or trauma, or exercise. There's so many different avenues to lose the weight. What's going to resonate with me? What's going to resonate with her? It's all going to be different. But
yeah, I kind of played around with my social media post as well. And I actually got, it's not that I got more likes, but I got more views, in the thousands. That's the first time. I was like, okay, I did something it was spot on. So now I know.
More of that. So this is another thing I want to tell you. And when we found this out, it was through when we were doing network marketing. So you post and you get a couple of likes and whatever. And it feels to you like no one is seeing my stuff or no one is responding here. And then you go out and you go to a Brian, whatever, and someone says, oh my word, you guys have been doing this, and this. And oh, I see you going this, and I see, and I'm like, how do you know that? You never liked or clicked. People don't like and comment. My brother, every time I see him, he's like, jeepers, you guys are busy on Instagram. The only thing that comes onto my Instagram is your posts and your feed and whatever. He has never, ever, ever liked or commented a single thing on any of my social media posts. So what I want to say is people are watching, people are looking. Just be consistent. I got an email reply from one of these emails that went out now, where this lady says to me, I have been following you since 2021. She's not a student of mine. She's never signed up for anything. I don't know who she is. And she said to me, I've been following you since 2021, and I love the emails. You're always giving me something that I can implement in my business. That's the email. So I've never heard of her, never nothing. People are watching, people are listening, people are reading, even when you're not getting a reply or a response. Just be aware of that, because I think sometimes we can get so demoralized because it feels like no one's reacting. You don't need to have a huge following to make money. And I am
really
of that. Go and look at my Instagram, go and look at the follows, go and look at all that. You don't need a lot of money, but it's that consistency.
Don't need a lot of money.
You don't need
You need a lot of money.
You don't need a lot of likes, but it's the consistency of being there all the time and whatever, so that when you're selling, you are getting people to buy. People want to know that you're the real thing. They don't want to go on your social media and you haven't posted anything for a year.
I was listening to somebody, what they do is with their posts, they actually only write 1, 2, 3, 4 lines. So it'll be short little lines, but they'll be posting between 5 and 20 times a day. Okay. So every 2 hours or whatever it is, something will come through. So it might be 3 ways to improve your goal setting techniques or something like that. And the next one might be 5 time hacks to get your time and blah, 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 blah. And then, so not much effort's gone into the actual wording. And then over a week or so, they will monitor which one of those lines got the most likes or comments or shares or reactions. And then they'll just hone in on the 1 or 2 out of, say, the 100 that they've posted. And then the following week, they'll focus on time management and goal setting, for example, if those were the 2 that resonated the most. And then they'll just pump that until that is not working anymore. And then they just repeat the process again. So the actual post is it's never got an image on. It's just a line or 2, line or 2, line or 2, and then see what the reaction is. So, I mean, that's just how
Wow.
that.
I think with social media, the biggest thing is just don't overthink it. Like if a post doesn't do well, so what? Just tomorrow you get another chance to post. Like don't worry too much about what you've done. Like just keep on creating, producing. Like something will land, you know. And it is just so much. It's just so much testing involved, to be honest.
Yeah, I just have to keep that in mind because my sister also said, "Oh, that's good. You don't have as many followers, so if you make a mistake, it's fine."
Yeah.
It's like, yeah.
Remember, you think it's a mistake, but other people don't look at it as mistakes. They
Right.
don't know what's a mistake in your industry and what's not. Like if I look at something and you posted something that I don't even know. Just remember that, you know, we're very ignorant of other people's professions.
Mhm. That's true.
At least you
I
putting
really
yourself
think
out
that's
there. Other people are too scared to put themselves out there. Just be consistent.
Try.
Any
Thank
other
you.
questions, ladies?
Yes. I've got a question about an email that I got from system, whatever. I don't know how
Yeah.
to pronounce it. On the 16th, and they said that it takes immediate effect on the 16th about the free Gmail addresses.
Yes. So that's been coming from, so you couldn't before use Yahoo or Hotmail, but now across the board, and this is not just system, this is actually all the software. This is happening worldwide now. Because there's so much junk mail and people spamming and whatever, they are not allowing people to use Gmail, Yahoo, Hotmail, iCloud, all those type of email addresses anymore. You have to have a domain email.
You're talking about the owner of the software, not about the user.
No, I'm talking, no, not
Yeah.
not your customer. No, like me. I can't now go and use my Maren Barnard at gmail.com email address. No longer. You can open your account with it, but you can't use it for your email marketing. You have to now have a domain name, which is mine in my world. It's the Maren at marenbarnard.com email address. Okay, so before you could get away with it, but not anymore. The biggest reason for it is because it's just ending up in the spam. The junk folders, most of the email businesses software is now, if it's not a domain registered email, it just chucks it straight into the junk mail. So then people don't see your email.
If somebody can't change something about themselves in 30 seconds or
That's okay.
So in essence, just another reason to get an actual proper website with
Yes.
an attached.
Yeah, and I actually did it the
Like
other day.
that.
So yesterday I uploaded 2 videos into the Tech Vault for you guys. And it's basically the first 2 videos is buy a domain and connecting your domain with system so that it works. And then once you've done that, then you can start setting up everything. But I worked it out. I went and looked at it now exactly. So most domain names, if it's not like a real, most domain names are 99 Rand. So if it's amarenbarnard.com, 99 Rand a year. Or if it's, I think what did I use there? Flower garden. I think I used something with flower garden, whatever. You'll see in the video. I used some example. I can't remember now what I used. Most of them are 99 Rand. And then the email part, then you've got to add the email part to it. And I speak under correction now, but it was like 380 Rand for the year. So it was just under 500 Rand. I think I worked it out. It works out to like 35 Rand a month or 38 Rand a month that it costs you. So it's not a huge, massive expense, but it's going to give you so much more credibility having a website, like, you know, a proper website name and an email that's, you know, support at whatever or info at whatever your domain is. It definitely makes a huge difference. I think in the long run, you have to get there in any case. You know what I'm saying? Like you're going to have to, if you want to run a professional business, you're going to have to get a good domain and have your emails professional.
And then how do you change? Is it necessary to change when we've signed up to sustain through you to change that email address as
No.
well? Is it possible? Or
No.
can you just put your Gmail address?
No, so we both, Steve and I, because we both opened an account and we just joined on our Gmail accounts. So no, it's got nothing to do with you just joining, you know, the system on whatever. It's the email address that's going to be operating
In your settings, you'll see.
in your settings. You'll see that I showed you exactly how to do it, but it's in your settings, yes, where you want to make sure where it says the email that you're putting in the right, that domain email.
I think it actually says domain, doesn't it?
Okay.
Yeah, I can have a quick squiz. Let me just see. I don't think I'm logged in, but let me just see quickly. So you just go here, settings. And let me just quickly have a look. So those are the domains that I've got. So this is the one that system, you will all have one with whatever your email address was. And then with that at the back, you will all have that one. That's just the default one that they give you. Just want to see where, emails here. Okay, so this is now where you're going to come in and then you'll actually get the proper email address. So this mine is supported selling on social. I haven't brought my Warren Barnard stuff over yet because that's still running on Kajabi. I can't move it over yet. But yeah, so I've got this now. That's all confirmed. That was the domain. So this is where you send it, where you set it all up is under the emails. And that's the proper email that all my emails will get sent from in system at the moment. So, but I'll do a video on exactly how to do this. I've done a video on how to buy the domain and buy your email, and then how to just link it up here through the custom domains, like how to actually get this to work. So that's all done. I don't think I did an email on the emails, but I'll still get there. Just be patient with me. We've just got a lot going on at the moment, but we'll get around to creating all the videos.
Thanks.
Okay. Any other questions, ladies? All right. Well, just be Steve and I flying to Oz over the weekend. So just be aware that our times are going to change for our calls now for the next 3 lots of calls. It's going to be earlier for you. Okay, just with the time difference there. So please just make sure that you check it. I will post in the group as well. Check your times, whatever, it's earlier. But I just want to make you aware that it's going to be earlier so that you don't miss the calls. But other than that, if you've got any questions, just pop in the Facebook group. We will answer you. We'll get back to you. And it might take a little longer with the time difference, but we'll still get back to you within 24 hours. Okay.
I do want us to give you feedback on the website.
Yes. Absolutely. Please.
But also on Facebook.
You can use Facebook, you can send us an email, whatever.
Okay. Because I'm going to dive into that because
Okay.
I'm looking to see what mistakes Stephen made that you mentioned in the email.
No, you can mention that now.
What?
What I did with the graphics.
What did you do? Oh, that
You
yes.
can't put something like that into an
Oh,
email and
I
not
forgot
tell us
about that.
what Stephen's tea about Stephen's mistakes. He
Oh
looks
my
like the kind of person that doesn't make mistakes.
Oh no, he made a major mistake. It took us so long to get it fixed. I'm going to show you what he did. Okay, so
Easy to do, ladies, easy to do.
so let's just go to, I'll just click on any of these. So this is the website that sells. So what we did, what he did, not we, what he did was, so when you've got these pictures, wherever you've got a picture, you click on the picture and then this is where you upload it. So you go up there. Now, anything that you've uploaded over time goes into your images here. So we've got all these images. okay, that's been uploaded now for all the funnels and everything that we've created. Like there's major amount of whatever. So I said to Stephen, if there's any images that we're not using, please go and delete them like there, because as you can see now, to try and find something, there's so much images here. And I thought, oh, surely we can just get rid of some of these images. So Stephen happily went in and started deleting all these images, not realizing that all those images link to all the different pages.
I thought they were held on the server. I mean, seriously.
Yeah, because in Kajabi, you can only upload, like you can only see in your images maybe 20 or 30 images, and then they automatically disappear. So I thought, no, sure. I mean, just delete the images. We've uploaded them now. We don't need them. You can't do that. If you've used an image somewhere on a website, a page, a course, wherever, do not delete it out of your images. Because if you go back to your courses or your page, there's just a blank. Like it pulls, wherever you've used that image, it pulls it out. So of course, some of our things is like, it was the images was on the course, it was on the landing page, the thank you page, like all over the place, the student page. We had these images everywhere, and wherever we went, we just got blanks, 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 blanks. So we had to re-upload all the images.
Not we, less of the we. Me.
Re-upload all the images and then go one by one through each thing and drag those images back in. Please don't do that. Do not delete your images. That's the biggest advice I can give you. So we did it through the hard, we learned the lesson the hard way so that you guys don't have to.
And the other thing is just name your image before you upload
Yeah.
it.
Yeah, because you know how sometimes with Canva, it just picks up whatever file it is in and just picks up that name and whatever. So this has actually got to do with SEO. So, oh, no, you can't see this. Hang on. I thought I'm sharing the page and I'm not. So when you click on this, can you see that I've actually put the system.io website template PNG? Because what happens now is when someone, for instance, Google's system website template, Google will see this. Google actually reads this. This is like SEO wording. So this is something I'd never knew. I only learned this a little while ago. So every picture you've got, image you got, before you upload it in here, make sure websites that sell checkout, like make sure that you name it exactly what it is, because it definitely helps for your SEO. Okay, as opposed to just doing the PNG. You know how when you download it and it says whatever that Canva folder is at the top, and it just says 1, image 2, image 3, whatever. So what we've actually started doing now is we've actually started in Canva. So I don't know if you know that, but with each post or each graphic or each page in Canva, there's a little pencil at the top, and you can actually name that specific thing. We're actually naming them in Canva, because then when they download, they actually come up with that Canva image name. So that's another thing that we've started doing now.
Thank you. Many hot tips in the last 5 minutes. Thank you so much.
Hopefully it'll save you all some time.
Easy to do. Let me just put that out there.
The mistake, you mean?
Yeah, but I've just saved you
Oh.
all. It took me, I'm not going to lie to you, it feels like a whole day to go and get all the images back, because I deleted them off my computer as well, out from Canva, off my desktop. So that, anyway, it's done.
And he was not in this mood. I can tell you that much. He was like a wounded bull all day long. Oh, jeepers. Anyway.
Thank
All
you.
right, ladies, thank you so much for
Thank you.
joining us. And
Safe
yeah,
travel.
if you've got any questions, just pop it in the Facebook group and we'll answer it there for you.
Thank you so much.
Thank you.
Okay.
Safe travels.
Bye.
Keep well.
Bye-bye.
Bye.